Israel Gaza Iran War News Live Update. In response to ceasefire amendments, Hamas calls U.S. diplomat part of the problem. Hamas rejects Anthony Blinken's claim that it intended significant revisions to a ceasefire pact by demanding written guarantees from the U.S. Israeli Hezbollah escalation is perilous and risks all-out war. The apparent failure of the UN Security Council's Monday truce plan and Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah missile launches have dominated our news today. Merav Zonstein, senior Israel analyst at the International Crisis Group, highlighted the interconnectedness of the two streams today. She writes for the New York Times that Israeli officials have repeatedly said they cannot end the Gaza war not just because Hamas is still not entirely defeated, but because of what it means for Israel's power projection in the region in relation to Hezbollah and Iran. As she explains, some Israeli authorities believe new confrontation with Hezbollah is a matter of time and far-right politicians want to invade Lebanon. But the reality on the ground tells a different story, she writes. The Israeli people wants a new government and the military, used to brief conflicts, is exhausted. After 8 months of war and a nearly 17-year blockade of Gaza, Israel has failed to dismantle Hamas, a much smaller and weaker opponent. Why do Israelis assume they can defeat Hezbollah in Lebanon, despite the terrible cost in army and civilian lives? Continuing on the current trajectory of escalating tit-for-tat attacks is also dangerous, not just because of what Hezbollah is learning, but also because miscalculations in the expanding battlefield and weapon potency constantly raise the risk of all-out war, even if no one wants it. U.S. military supports Israel-Lebanon de-escalation. The U.S. military has advocated a de-escalation in growing tensions between Israel and Lebanon after 24 hours of rocket fire. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin discussed the issue with Israel yesterday, according to Pentagon spokesperson Sabrina Singh. "We don't want a bigger regional confrontation and we want regional tensions to de-escalate," she told a news briefing. Hezbollah fired the most rockets into Israel in a single day since cross-border hostilities began 8 months ago in revenge for an Israeli assault that killed a top field commander. Our 18.22 post claimed that Benjamin Netanyahu will undertake a security assessment tonight. Police probing Jerusalem shooting as off-duty soldier opens fire. Jerusalem police are investigating a shooting in the Old City by an off-duty Israeli soldier that injured 4 persons. Ken reports that an IDF soldier firing at a suspect alongside other off-duty troops critically injured him and mildly injured 3 others. The article states that police are probing off-duty soldiers' claims that the suspect tried to steal their weapons. Netanyahu assesses security after rocket barrage. Netanyahu's office told the Times of Israel that he will conduct a security review this evening in light of the developments in the north, and Hamas's unfavorable response about the release of the hostages. Hezbollah fired over 200 missiles toward northern Israel after the IDF murdered a top commander. Israel reported no casualties or deaths from the incident. IDF strikes in southern Lebanon followed the barrage.